brand new tonight that was named by the cold brew champion of the country as the #1 best cold brew device that's out there. You've all seen at the fancy coffee shops, you've all read about and tried cold brew coffee. And you want to make it yourself, but all you have is a drip drip coffee maker. Well, Asobu has made one of the easiest to use, most compact, portable, and totally giftable to coffee lovers, one-of-a-kind cold brewer. It has a removable insulated base, so it stays cold, stays hot if you want to use it for hot while you go around town. It is the one-of-a-kind, brand new Asobu cold brew portable brewer. Today, it is launching exclusively right here at HSN, and it's $10 on your credit card. Now, for anybody in your life who's a coffee lover, I promise you this is the Christmas gift to give. They will go crazy for it. Personally, I can tell you that I'm actually enjoying cold brew these days more than hot coffee because it's less acidic and it just tastes incredible and it needs less sweetener and it needs less creamer. So it's actually made my coffee healthier, which is why we were able to get it in our Health and Wellness Connected Life show. And it's available in gorgeous colors. I will let you know right now, everybody in the building is raving about this copper right here. It is our most limited and sure to sell out. There's only about 300 of those in stock, only about 200 in the classic white, and then we have it in silver and black as well. Now, Carrie Miletto is joining us. I know she is a coffee lover herself.
You could say that, yeah.
One or two.
I like my brew.
Here or there. And this truly, everybody in the building has been buzzing about this cold brewer, no pun intended. Well, a cup of coffee or two and you're buzzing. It really is instant, immediate, and just awesome.
Well, you know, it's a buzz term right now. We hear cold brew tea, cold brew coffee, it's everywhere. So we wanted to give you the opportunity to make the best cold brew at home because it absolutely comes with a premium. You know it if you've been to the stores, even your cold food section, like where you have all your milks and things, are selling cold brew now that you could pay $6, $8, it's through the roof. Make this in minutes. You know, I want to tell you, the thing about cold brew with me is for a little while was having some tummy trouble. So for me, it was really important to make sure I got rid of the acids. With this, you're getting the travel tumbler. So I'm going to start from the bottom and explain it, which comes with the lid. So this is stainless steel, double walled. It actually has a copper lining in it as well. So it's going to keep your hot liquids hot for 12 hours, your cold liquids cold for 24. Then you have your grip band that actually just screws on like this. Once I get it nice and tight, at the top is our brewing carafe. So the brewing carafe has a lid, and then it has the stainless steel mesh container. So this is where we're gonna actually put our coffee. So all you have to put in here is about 2 to 3 ounces of your favorite coffee. It's about equivalent to a 1/3 amount of the brewer. So you go about this far, okay? Now that can be to your taste as well. So if you wanna do it a little more concentrated, you can put a little more bean. It's entirely up to you. Now this just sets right up at the top. And then you wanna put about 3 cups of water. So how I know that is I'm gonna take this and go around till it fills up to the top. You see how it's kind of filling there. And now you'll see at the bottom that it's actually starting to pull through. What's happening is it's fully extracting from the bean right now. It's pulling out all those flavors, all those nuances, all those aromas are gonna be there later. When we hot brew coffee through a drip maker, what's actually happening is we are hot flashing it. And when we hot flash it, that's when we have all that acidity that we pull out, that bitterness that you taste in coffee, which is the reason why you have always had to put cream and sugar in it. And that was always me, by the way. I always was putting cream and sugar in it. So when this pulls through, you actually see how right now it's very light. That's why we're gonna put our lid on. So now we're all done there. We're gonna put our lid on just like this, nice and tight. And then up here, there is an air hole. And what we wanna do is the air hole's in the off position right now. We're just gonna cover the air hole. So now this is nice and tight. If I wanted to, I could actually take the thermal off the bottom and just put the top part in the fridge.
Right.
Okay,
so you could take today's cold brew out
with me
and already start tomorrow's set and going for when you get home or for the next morning.
Correct.
This is its own separate unit, and this is its own separate insulated tumbler unit.
Correct. So I can leave them together just like this and put it in the fridge, or I can just put the top part in the fridge from the Grip Band app. Now, I want to move over here to the one that's actually finished. Remember that air hole at the top? Now I'm going to take that air hole and I'm going to release it. So now I'm going to let the air come in. And then all I'm gonna do is come down to the grip band. You see this is the only button you have to worry about on here. I'm gonna press this down, and if you watch at the top, you're actually gonna see this come out. So now I'm just gonna make sure I'm pressing from the backwards position. and I can actually hear it coming out.
You can hear it's now pouring directly into the insulated tumbler for you to take to go along with you.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never heard of cold brew, this is not iced coffee. This is not hot brewed coffee poured over ice and is then watered down and is kind of lukewarm and you have to pour more ice. Cold brew is new and it's different and it is the hottest fancy coffee drink in the industry right now. If you go to the fancy coffee houses, they are charging more for it. It's becoming the new sort of craft beer of its day that everybody is trying to perfect and make their own cold brew. In fact, we have one of our producers here that's starting his own home-based business doing cold brew.
Oh, great.
It really is a one-of-a-kind experience. And for anybody who's looking for a gift, whether it's the kitchen gadget gift or it is the coffee lover in your life, if you love cold brew coffee and you want the simplest, easiest, best way to make it on demand at all times, Asobu is your answer. Now, we have 9 minutes or sellout. It's brand new to us here at HSN. It's only $10 on FlexPay. You'll get it in time for Christmas. Or if it's for you and you're going, it's freezing out now, Brett, what if you lost your mind? You can make hot coffee in this and you have a portable on-the-go coffee maker. But to taste and see what cold brew is all about, and by the way, you do not need fancy cold brew coffee grounds. Nope. You can use your favorite flavors, your favorite brands. There's nothing fancy or complicated to the process itself. Asobu has just made it simpler, easier, more portable, more on the go. You know, my producer of this show, who watches every single week and is a part of putting it together, in the 9+ months it's been on, I've never heard her say, oh, I'm buying 3 of those tonight. Right. Because I'm obsessed for me, and I know so many coffee lovers that will go crazy over this as a gift. Join us, try it. It's $10, that's it. It ships free of charge. Get it home on Flex, and if you don't love it, we will take it back, no questions asked, by the end of January. But I will tell you, if you hear this story tonight and you go to your fancy coffee shop tomorrow and ask for Seattle cold brew, you'll spend $5 for 1 cup of it.
That's right. So I'm doing hot pour over right now because I want you to understand this is a Triton Brewing Carafe. What Triton is the most high intensity, most durable plastic you can possibly have. It can handle up to 400 to 500 degrees in it. So what I actually did was pour a hot boiling water over top of here. I'm actually just going to close this for just the few minutes that we're talking, and I'll come back to it in just a moment. You can use this for your hot coffee, but let's talk about also teas. You can brew your teas. So if you're a tea drinker sometimes or all the time, this can absolutely be the way that you do your teas as well. Cold brewed tea, just as popular as cold brew coffee. And the reason why, again, it has to do with acidity and bitterness. If you're trying to take bitterness out, the cold brew process takes approximately 12 to 18 hours. The longer that you let it set is the longer that it will actually it will get more concentrated. So if you want it less concentrated, about 12 hours is where you want to stop. If you want it more concentrated, because we were talking earlier, you said it's like espresso. If you really let it go, yes, it can be. So it's actually pretty cool and pretty interesting. Right here I'm doing a loose leaf tea. You can also do tea bags, so if you also don't worry, you can put these in as well. But again, you just want it to be about 1/3 of the carafe. And then cold brew tea, you're going to let that sit for also about 12 hours to get it to its peak.
So do it before you go to bed at night. And then it's set and ready when you leave the next morning. Maybe at the end of the day, set your cold brew for the next morning and look forward to the best, most flavorful cup of coffee. And I will say, for any of you coffee drinkers out there that are trying to find a way to cut cream and cut sugar out of your diet, out of the way you digest and start your day, this is the simplest and easiest way to do it. If you start drinking cold brew, you will see the acid levels go down so much that you will find that you do not need or crave the sugar and the creamer the way you used to. Now, if you want the copper that Carrie is demonstrating on right now, I know you can't, there it is, you can't see it on your screen. I've got now less than 200 available. It is the most popular and now the most limited. If you want the white, I've now got less than 200. These two are now officially expected to sell out during the launch of the Asobu cold brew here at HSN. We do have it in black. We do have it in silver. This is the only chance guaranteed to get it in time for Christmas, for Hanukkah, for the gift for that coffee lover in your life. I mean, nobody really replaces like a coffee brewer because everybody everybody has their one. They're
Exactly.
very particular about it. Even if you're like a little capsule coffee drinker.
But it's not portable. Think about that. That's the biggest thing I want to mention to you right now is this is completely portable.
Yep.
This means you can take it with you.
It's not plugged in anywhere.
When you're done, and you don't have to completely take everything out. Notice I left a little tea in there if I wanted to, but my tumbler is coming with. So I have this is a 40-ounce tumbler, stainless steel 18.8. It has a double wall vacuum seal, but it also has a copper lining. This is completely spill proof. So if you want to throw this in your bag, your backpack, go to the park with it, go to work with it, you completely cannot have any leaks with this, which I think is fabulous. And it's going to keep it hot up to 12 hours, cold up to 24 hours. This is perfect if you work at that desk, if you work out of your car. You can brew anywhere. I think that's what's really interesting and cool about this. You can take this to the office and brew your next amount if you wanted to. You can leave the top in the fridge if you need to and take the tumbler with you. In fact, that's how I've used mine. I always have it ready to go for the next day.
You know who this would just be so perfect for? I mean, college kids in dorm rooms.
Yes.
They don't have their own kitchen.
That's right.
They don't have their own coffee maker.
That's perfect.
And they sure do need coffee and want it in class, studying all night. If you're looking for that interesting, they don't have it yet gift for a college freshman or senior or a med school student, oh my goodness gracious, you will be their new best friend when you get them in Asobu. It is truly the breakthrough model. There is a cold brew competition in this country, and the champion of that competition says this is his cold brewer of choice. If you're going to try one out, especially if this is new to you, wouldn't you want to try the one from the industry leader? Seriously. So if you want it, $10 on FlexPay, any major debit or credit card. We ship it to your door instantly and immediately. You use your own coffee grounds. You don't have to go buy fancy special cold brew grounds.
Nope. You
can use loose leaf tea. You can use tea bags. It's a simple, one-of-a-kind, pour-and-play kind of process. You get the detachable insulated tumbler that keeps it its absolute finest and perfect temperature throughout. And if you're personalizing it today, copper is now officially on its way to a total sellout. We've got 2.5 minutes left to go. I've got 100 left in copper. I've got 150 left in white. I'm down to now only 300 in silver. I think when we look for something that's unique, that's really personal, that you give to somebody and they just go, wow, you really thought about me.
Yes.
This really, it's a personal choice for somebody who knows always running to the bucks, for somebody who's got their own personal mug that they're very particular about what, they will go crazy over the Asobu.
And the reason I'm just showing you this is because this is how it's going to come. So I love that the tube really gives it that classy feel. If you've ever given someone a nice scotch or whiskey or champagne, it comes in a box like this. So right from the very beginning, it's gonna say very sleek, very classy gift. And then when they take it out of the box, the brewer itself, it has that hourglass figure. You're getting stainless steel, so I do love the copper because it's very beautiful, but the black is a matte black, which is very beautiful. White goes with those modern kitchens and people that have that very modern look. And I love, again, that you're not just getting a brewer with this, you're getting something, the thermal container that you can take with you. Again, that vacuum seal means that it's going to stay cold for 24 hours. So this alone, if you were to go shopping for a 40-ounce container like this, would cost you at least $30, $40. So being able to have that, plus the brewer, which is, again, made of Triton, it's going to give you that stainless steel mesh at the top that gives you that perfect brew every time. Most of all of this, you want to try to wash by hand, although you can put the mesh on the inside in your top rack, so it is top rack safe. So all the pieces come apart, so it makes it very easy. So when you're done, you just want to take your grounds, take it over to the sink, rinse that out. By hand's always best, but again, this part and this part can go into the top rack safe.
Okay, so copper, it's now last call. We're calling it about 5 dozen still remaining in copper. We've got about 100 remaining in white. This is the only chance to see the cold brewer. The bottom line is Asobu has been now named by champions, talked about in the industry and in the press, and really replacing a la carte cold brew from the grocery store or from the major coffee stores. So we were hoping to get like 3,000-4,000 of these in stock to launch it here at HSN. We got less than half that. In fact, with everybody online, there's about 600 of these left to go around. There's no guarantees you will see it again before the holidays. If you're curious to try what cold brew is all about, if you're a coffee drinker looking for a portable, instant, immediate way to make it, if you go to your grandma's house, or you go to your mom's house or your brother's house and they don't really do coffee and they don't have a way for you to make it, this is a wonderful, one-of-a-kind portable answer for you.
Look at that.
And today you get to try it for only $10 on your credit card. So here's what's going to happen. Carrie, my friend.
Yes.
I'm so tempted to drink that coffee, but I'll be up until 2 o'clock in the morning. So unless you're planning on taking on a marathon with me, the marathon later on tonight. All right.
I don't even need sugar or anything with this.
And are you a cream and sugar?
Totally all the time, especially at some of the big well-known names, because they're always so bitter. This is 70% less bitter.
Okay, so we're gonna move on because copper will sell out. We don't want to